Hey everybody, Pez here, and it's Pez Repair Day. Yeah, the other day I picked up this made in Germany US zone regular Pez, this green one, because I didn't have anything made in Germany in the collection. And yeah, I got it pretty cheap, and I knew it had some problems with it, but yeah, it sort of has this chip here, and there's a little bit of cracking around the chip, and it causes the whole front edge of this Pez to sort of flare out a little bit. And so then what happens is the button on the inside just doesn't stay in the track because that flare out, the track sort of pulls away and lets the buttons, the force of the spring just pushes the button right out. So it's kind of busted in that way, um, which is, fine if you're just displaying it, but it doesn't really function as a Pez. So then I was thinking, well, maybe I can find another Germany regular that I could either repair this one with or use this one to repair it with. And sure enough, I found a dealer, Pez, that had this translucent blue made in Germany guy for super cheap because it's pretty busted up. But I don't have anything this translucent in the collection for sure, so I thought this would be cool to have. And the outer sleeve of this guy is in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of some stress marks here on the backside, but I think that's one reason that Pez moved away from doing this translucent style plastic. Anyway, I think you only really see this on mostly the regulars, which were from the late 40s and 50s. Um, but I think it just shows all the imperfections too much of just even the manufacturing process. And so maybe they gave up on the translucent, totally translucent style things. But this one got super cheap also because, yeah, it's got a totally busted cap here. So I thought, well, maybe we can do the outer stem swap and take the inner parts from the green guy that seem still great and good and put them inside the blue guy. These are the exact same parts. These are made in Germany, same tops. This looks a little different back here because this piece is actually busted off the blue guy. Also, that broke off, but it's exactly the same inner sleeve parts, and even the bottoms are all the same. So I have no problem swapping the parts here to make one nice example and then have one very busted up example. Um, you just have to be real careful when you're swapping parts. You got to make sure you're replacing with the exact same stuff because otherwise you wind up potentially creating a Pez dispenser that never really was ever sold out on the market. Collectors aren't too fond of those. But here, everything's identical, so we should be good. So I've already popped the button out of the blue one. So I did that by just angling it down and pulling up on it. I use a pencil eraser or use my compass wrapped in tape just so you don't scratch up the button and the other thing. So um, this will be the outer stem swap. So then we can pull this guy clear. Um, I want to keep the blue button in the blue one because that seems to match. It's kind of a cool translucent blue button here. So this outer stem will eventually go in the green one. But yeah, it's got the cool matching button. Okay, so keep the original spring in there. Now the green one, the inner spring was already popping out, and it wouldn't even stay in there really unless you held it in there. So we can pop this guy apart. The green one's got an even cooler inner button. I think I've never seen anything like this green inner button. Um, but it's got like a metallic plastic. This green button, and well, I shouldn't say I've never seen anything like it. The only time I've ever seen a metallic plastic used by Pez is with the cocoa marsh stems. And you would get the same phenomenon on the cocoa marsh, but they're a blue metallic plastic. They've got little flecks, like metallic flecks mixed in there, but sometimes the flowing would get weird and leave these lines. These are not cracks. It's not cracked at all. This is just the process of, I guess, mixing this sort of metallic style plastic. But anyway, very cool button. So we'll definitely want to hold on to that. But let's fix up this blue guy now. So this inner sleeve is still tight and snappy. Should be great. Actually, we'll keep the original spring with the original blue one here. And let's see, the button goes in. It probably doesn't matter too much which way it goes, but I think it went this way. And from here, doesn't matter. Pez on the left, Pez on the right. To you, didn't really matter to the Pez company too much. They didn't seem to care which side it was. They would make them both ways. So I won't care either. So now I'm going to angle this button back in at a steep angle here. Kind of push it forward. See if I can work it back into place. Almost. Without cracking everything up here. Maybe I should angle the front down instead of the back. Sometimes one way goes easier than the other way, but there we go. That time it was easier to angle the front down instead of trying to angle the back down. But yeah. Put back in again. We didn't quite have it in right. See, right there. Yeah, everything looks right. There we go. Get the button backwards. Let's try flipping the button around and see if that makes it go any easier. Okay, does that seem right now? Yeah, there we go. That seems a little better. Let's just make sure the button's in there good. Okay. Took a little bit of effort to get the button the right way. Get clipped back into the track, but that looks like it's in there now. So now you could technically fill this guy up with Pez and enjoy your Pez candies. And he's got a little bit of cracking on the backside here, but it's not terrible. So a regular like this from Germany that has a little bit of the cracking in it. A really good one probably goes for around $200. Maybe you can find them a little cheaper than that. Depending on the color, you might have to pay a little more. Um, but yeah, with a little bit of the cracking in it, I mean, everything else is pretty good. Probably brings the value down to like, I don't know, 150 to 175, something in that range. Um, but yeah, this is a pretty nice example now. It's all complete. It functions. Springs work. Snappy. For being made in probably 1955, it's in pretty good shape. And yeah, I had to pay, let's see, 75 for one of these and 50 for the other, so 125. So I should eventually still be able to sell that if I wanted to, and at least break even or make a little bit money back. Let's try to put this green guy back in, at least as much as we can. I don't think it's going to stay in place because of the chip, but put the chip in the back. So we'll have a good example, and then we'll have sort of a very broken up example. But Yeah, maybe we'll keep this around for now, or maybe we'll sell this for parts at a convention that we go to in the future. We'll see about that. But I don't even know if that button's going to really stay in there at all. But it's, I mean, it's an okay example. Something maybe somebody could make use of the parts, repair something for themselves. But there you have it. We got one nice made in Germany, US zone, cool kind of translucent dispenser where you can see the spring going in and out. Fun. All right, well, get out there and collect some Pez.